Okay, hello, and I'm going to show you now how you get to um, the Sage workbook where we are going to do some programming work today. So, I'm just going to use Google since the address is a little confusing. So, go to any search engine, and we are going to type in Sage Open Cloud, and we are clicking here on Sage Math Cloud, so I guess that'd be better to search for Sage Math Cloud. And you go in to cloud.sagemath.com. You are going to have to make an account, so I'm going to sign in. I already have an account, otherwise you will need to make one. It can be any email you want. And I'm already in here. So when you go to cloud.sagemath.com, just get rid of this stuff. And you created your account. It's going to say welcome to SageMath. And what we want to do is create a new project. So click on create new project once you have logged in to SageMath. You need to make a title and description. You can do this whatever you want. I'm going to call this work for, and today's date, that is January. Today's the 16th, 15th. And now I have a something popped up here. It says work for January 16th. So I'm going to click on what I've just created. And now I get this window. It says create an import file, worksheet, terminal directory. Don't worry about what all these things mean. I'm just going to go up to the menu here, up here, and click on new because I want to create a new thing to work on. It lets me name it. Again, there's a lot of options here. You're just going to click here on Sage Worksheet, and you can ignore everything else. Okay, so now here we are. This is where we want to be. And for the work you need to do today, there are only a few things you need to know about how this works. There's a lot of stuff here that you can kind of play with if you want, and I encourage that. But in general, if we want to define a function, we first we type in what the function name should be. So if I want to call it f, I'll just type the letter f. Then I open parentheses and put in my variables. So there's f of x, and I say what it equals. If I want to do something like x, that's fine. I could name another function, say g of x. And if I want to say maybe that's 2 times x. Now I need to use the star or it won't work. I'll get an error. And I'll make a function h of x, which is 2 raised to the x. If you want to do exponents, you need to use this caret symbol, which is shift 6. So to input these, I have to click the run button. So I'll click run. Now if I want to evaluate any function, I can do that easily. I type in f, I put in the value I want, and then I have to hit run again. And it'll pop out down below. So it says f of 10 is 10, which is what I expected. G of 10 will be, oops, I can't click. Will be 20. H of 10 should be a larger number. I'm free to type in multiple things before I hit run. So if I wanted to do f of 20, and then on the next line h of 20, I could hit run and it should give me both of those. Note that the first one here, 20, that comes from the f, and this one here comes from the h. If I want to plot one of these functions, That's pretty straightforward to do. I type in, well, it's really graphing, but in most programming languages, this is called a plot. So we're going to type in the word plot to make a graph. Once you type in the word plot, you do open parentheses. And then now in here, we're going to put, in a specific order, we type in what we want to plot. So if we get h of x, comma, what the variable is, in this case x, followed by we put in our domain, or what values we want to go. So if I want my graph to be from -10 to 10, I will put it in the first number here, which is going to be the leftmost part of the graph. This number here will be the rightmost part of the graph. So if I hit run, now I have this graph, and see this -10 here. That means that we go to -10 here. This 10 here, that means we're going to 10 here. And then this blue line shows me the graph of the function h of x. If I go back and change this to f and hit run, it's going to change this into a graph of f of x from, again, -10 to 10. Right now we're letting the computer decide what values to make this. So for example, if I change this to g of x and I wanted to change this number here to a -20, if I want to see this from, say, -20 to 10, I would change this number. This will change the leftmost part of our graph. So now we're going from -20 to 10. If I want to change this part, I would change this number to, say, 30, then this would be from -20 to 30. And I'll hit run, because I always have to hit run. So now I'm going from -20 to 30. If I want to, one second. If I want to graph several things at once, let me show you how to do that. So again, here I have f of x. Now let's say I also want to graph g of x on the same plot. To do that, I have to add a new parentheses around this f of x. So I'm going to put a parentheses here on the left side of f of x and a parentheses here on the right side. Now I can put other functions in here. I just have to separate them with a comma. So I have f of x, comma, g of x. Now it's going to plot both of those. Or ask it to. Now I haven't told it to change colors, so it's just going to make them both blue. So if I want to do f of x and, say, h of x from -5 to 5, this is what I would do, and now I can see both of those pop up. So there they are. And again, it goes from -5 to 5, because that's what I've told it to do right here. And I have f of x and h of x. And again, I have to put both those in parentheses and separate them with a comma. And that should be able to get you through everything we're doing today.